Well, tonight, groups of Oklahomans are stationed in El Paso at the U.S.-Mexico border, assisting Texas National Guardsmen in their efforts to keep drugs, weapons, and illegal immigrants out of the United States. 2 News Oklahoma's Brodie Myers traveled to El Paso to see their work and joins us now in the studio.
Shay, Thursday morning, I boarded a National Guard plane in Oklahoma City for a flight to El Paso, where I saw the work of 51 Oklahoma National Guardsmen. Tonight, I have the story of the men and women standing between two worlds. This is where worlds collide, the U.S.-Mexico border in El Paso, Texas. Standing in between these two worlds is more than 50 Oklahoma National Guardsmen. I came down here to find out more about the work they're doing to protect our homeland.
The Oklahoma guys is really big on going out to assist other states. You know, our guys is really good at pushing out to go give any assistance that we can.
51 Oklahoma National Guardsmen got their chance to help when Governor Kevin Stitt authorized them to assist the state of Texas in Operation Lone Star. These guardsmen and airmen have lives outside their service right here in Oklahoma. One of them is Broken Arrow's Robert Hinton, just 20 years old, protecting an international border with a rifle across his chest. That strap on Robert's shoulder is heavy, reminding him of his duty.
It really shows the responsibility that we have down here. This is not an easy task. It's not a safe task. We have these weapons to defend ourselves, and if need be, and protect our battle buddies.
Everyone in El Paso volunteered to help. Each one has their own reason. But for Hinton, he just wanted to lay eyes on the situation.
I wanted to make a difference. You know, you hear all the time about the border crisis on the news, different articles, all the time you hear about it. I wanted to see what it was about, and I wanted to, you know, it can't hurt to have more good people down here.
What he saw was two different worlds. As I walked off the National Guard's plane at the El Paso airport, I noticed the beautiful mountains and wide open spaces. But as we made our way closer to the border, I saw the situation in Juarez, Mexico. 1.4 million people packed into a city about half the size of Tulsa.
And literally right across this canal is almost what you could compare to a war-torn city. It's destroyed. You see families with nothing. I mean, just completely desperate to cross.
Oklahoma's forces see those families on the daily. While our camera was rolling, a group of people from Mexico were glancing across the fence, while one of the guardsmen, rifle in hand, shook his head no. They didn't cross, but some families aren't so compliant. Some are even putting their children in harm's way.
So we have the sea wire to protect the border, and just to get over, just seeing how they don't mind trying to slide through the wire and get cut up.
Part of Operation Lone Star is keeping drugs out of the U.S. Back in April, at this very site, authorities seized more than $400,000 worth of fentanyl. There are well-intentioned people coming to the border, but there's plenty of criminals too, causing Senior Airman Thomas to reflect.
Coming volunteering for this mission and seeing how it is for them as opposed to how it is, it makes me even prouder to be, because that's not a way that we have to live.
A way of life envied by those a world away. Reporting in El Paso, Texas, I'm Brodie Myers, 2 News, Oklahoma. The mission is 30 days long, and while Governor Stitt gave the authorization for our guardsmen to be in El Paso, they're now under the direction of Texas Governor Greg Abbott throughout the rest of the mission.
Now, Brodie, you also went to lunch with some of the leadership stationed in El Paso, and what did you learn from them?
Of course, everything has a financial aspect. Some of the guardsmen are getting a bit of a pay increase this month, while others are taking a pay cut to be in El Paso. It all depends on the regular rate compared to the rate for those in Operation Lone Star. They're expected to eat on their own dime, but at least the breakfast is on the house. Our men and women are staying at a nearby Hilton hotel and get the free breakfast from the hotel. As for lunch and dinner, they're on their own.
And what about the National Guard attracts these men and women to it?
For many of them, I'm told it's the opportunity to serve their country in their country. On missions like this one, like you heard from one of the guardsmen, they're frequently deployed to missions across the states, often after times after national disaster.
to help people right here in the States.
And of course, we do appreciate their service and sacrifice. Brodie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Shay.
Well, coming